few moments of shaking. Then Kia's going to take it over and get us centered. And then we'll drop into learning a little bit about the archetype. Then we're going to dance with the shadow. Then we're going to learn about the light side. Then we're going to dance the light out. And then we're going to end with a heart flow. All right, so we've got a lot to do in 30 minutes. Now, this is a dip your toes in. We're cramming a lot in this, but with this process, you can then take it for yourself and you can spend as much time in any of these pieces and parts that you want to, okay? All right, so find yourself some space if you can to stand on your feet, a little space. When the music starts coming through, if somebody can give me some hands that you're good. All right, so we're just gonna start shaking. I just want you to kind of just shift from side to side, get the blood flowing. I love to sound when I'm shaking, so get that polyvagal. Really working in all the ways. If you don't feel a little silly shaking, then you need to shake more. Now you go to me a different culture, me in a different oh, shaking out anything and everything. Now, if you're not in a place where you can move, you're welcome just to watch us because you're gonna get the benefit of this practice from mirror neurons. So if you can't dance right now, or if dancing's not what your body needs, but you wanna watch the practice, you're gonna gain something too. Borrowed benefits, mirror neurons. Just another minute. No. Good. Beginning to find some stillness. Breathing in, breathing out. Just swaying from side to side. Maybe rolling those shoulders, rolling those hips, rolling the ankles. So good. We could go on with that part of the process, but we're going to move on. Now I'm going to turn it over to Kia, and she's going to guide us in a centering process, and then we'll learn about the victim.
Oh, that was delicious. Thank you. I so needed that. All right. So let's come in and center ourselves now. So just taking a seat, finding a comfortable position, somewhere where you can have your back extended. And when you are ready, if it is safe for you to do so, close down your eyes and begin to deepen your breath, drawing in for 4 counts, exhaling for 6, feeling yourself soften after shaking up your energy, feeling that heat radiating, coursing through your body, and finding a new rhythm. Place 2 fingers or the palm of your hand at the center of your chest. With your eyes closed and your breath deepened, we signify to the nervous system that we are safe to be here. And with this physical touch at your heart, we identify that we are diverting out of our cranial intelligence and dropping into the intelligence of our heart. And just feel the electricity coursing through the center. And as you focus your intention and attention on this space, allow this electricity to expand so sending sparks all the way through your body, expanding it further and further out through the layers of your subtle bodies with every inhale and exhale. You may see, hear, feel, or just know the sparks of electricity from your heart shooting out into the field around you. With every breath, these sparks continue to electrify the field around you, stretching higher, further, wider from the space within your heart. Feeling it expand to encompass your entire country. And as we hold this intention together, our focused intention is magnified, allowing our expansion to magnify in intensity and efficacy. See this electricity from your heart expanding to encompass the entire world now. And everything within this field that we have just curated together is being sparked alive in this moment. And from this expanded state, I invite you to consider what has brought you to this space today or tonight. What fears or resistance are you currently holding on to that may limit you from surrendering into this place? Consider what divine support is available to you in this moment. And allow these insights, this guidance to course its way into your heart through the electricity, through the electromagnetic fields that we have just created together. You will hear, see, feel, or just know. Allow yourself to open to the guidance coursing within you now. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, harnessing this tingling sensation within your core. And let it all go out through the mouth now. Bring some gentle movement back to your body, stretching out anywhere that needs it. And when you are ready, blink open your eyes. Church has begun. My friends, thank you all for being here. It is such a privilege to be sharing with you today. I just wanted to break the ice a little bit. I absolutely loved getting dressed up this morning. I used to love getting dressed up. It was one of my favorite things going to church. Next to making out with the pastor's son in the prayer room. That won't be happening today, but we will be exploring our shadows. So I hope you are here for it. I certainly am. So what I wanted to start with is to open to why it is that we meet with our shadow, to normalize meeting with the shadow. We have had so much fear instilled in us through organized religion, mainstream religion, and even through Hollywood, through movies that tell us, the shadows are scary. And so we have all of these conditioned ideas that we maybe don't even know where they've come from. So today we're going to be breaking them down a little bit so that you can experience what is actually not so scary at all, and what is in fact an expansive opportunity for you to know yourself as God, universe, source, whatever your language is. So what is the shadow? The shadow is our unmet fear. It is the parts of us that we are not yet conscious of. So often, if we are not familiar with shadow work, if we are not familiar with the language that we are speaking with tonight, we will recognize shadow in other people. We will recognize it in our partner, in our children, in our family, in the way that they behave, and we'll be judging them and picking out all of these flaws. But what is our shadow reflected back to us. And when we have these parts of us reflected back to us, what we are being presented with is an opportunity for us to go within and to meet with that shadow. So today we are meeting with the victim. Now the victim is an archetypal pattern which belongs with four archetypes that belong within our psyche, our survival archetypes. So we have the victim, the child, the saboteur, and the prostitute. Now these have been throughout a range of philosophies and sciences have been identified as key patterns that we all have within us. We can't deny that fact. And so what they offer us is a way for us to expand. And the victim, what characterizes the victim, how we can recognize the victim is primarily the way that we will always be becoming a victim of, or we are victimized within relationships or experiences. That's not necessarily just people. It could be relationships with money, it could be relationships with food, it could be relationships with your body. But we are taking on a belief, or we are enacting a belief that we are being taken advantage of, and that is the primary way that we will recognize how this pattern is playing out within our lives. It is the way when we are holding on to a story that we are not at fault. So if we are experiencing something, say for example with a personified relationship, what's happening within that dynamic is not our fault. It's not our fault, it's their fault, and we are deflecting blame. What we are seeking a lot of the times when we are within our victim is pity or sympathy. We're wanting somebody to pat us on the back and say, yes, you know what, we are, sorry. The victim is well and truly here. Way for me to demonstrate the victim is all glory. If things don't go quickly and we're like, you know, I did everything right to make this perfect. And so the way that we can, and what we're about to do with Elisha, the way that we can bring this out is to actually face her, to actually go within and say, you know what, thank you for bringing me home. I'm ready to hear what you have to say. I'm ready to hear what guidance you have available for me. And then we can overcome that and move into a process of bringing her into her light form. So Elisha, I'm very much ready to meet with my victim right
now. Okay, let's do this. So not quite yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to invite the victim, the archetype of the victim that is energetically imprinted in your body right now, that's living as part of your identity, part of your story, the script that you're enacting each day or each week, each season. We're going to invite that to come forward in a particular way so that we can listen, so that we can meet. So what we don't do, we're not here to fix anything because you're not broken. We are here to meet our unmet fears, to see the parts of us that are ready to have the light shining through, and to invite ourselves into this transformational process that we go through by igniting consciousness, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to invite part of our victim to come through. So right now, what I want you to do, if it's safe for you to close down your eyes, do that. If you want to just soften the gaze, that's fine too. And you can do this seated or standing. I'm going to do it standing, as you can see. I'm going to invite you to just begin to slow your breath down. And we've already activated the victim energy, so you might already be feeling things flowing through you, right? But I want you to think of a place in your life right now where you are stuck in I can't. I don't know how. I could do it if he would. You know what? If someone would, right? I want you to find that place in your life right now. And I want you to begin to let your body take on the shape of the energy that you feel. How heavy is the energy that you're carrying? How heavy is your victim? How solid or armored or sticky or slinky or compressed or constricted is this victim energy? What do you notice? And just invite yourself to start shaping the body to find this posture that, like, what's your victim posture? Like, what's happening in your body when this victim comes up, right? And you're so conditioned. You keep that straight spine and you keep your chin up and you keep going because that's what you're supposed to do and you should do. And you're a good girl or you're a good boy and you've got stuff to do and you've got stuff to hold together. But what is your body really saying to you is happening right now inside of this victim? What does it really feel like? And once you begin to find that posture, and if nothing's really coming to you, just kind of play with it. Just maybe move into some shapes and just sort of notice, like, where do I feel heavy? Where do I feel stuck? Where can't I get energy moving? Where don't I feel love for myself? Where don't I respect myself enough? Where do I feel empty? Where's the grief? Right? And as you find these places and these body shapes, you can go ahead and start the music. What we're going to do is just begin to move and let, if you have to change it, the victim, you have to let the victim talk to you. Let the victim talk to you through the movement. So you're going to listen to your body. You're going to listen to this heaviness as it moves. Let the victim move. Let her show you what you have been unwilling to see about this pattern and this energy and where it's keeping you small and stuck. And in that repeating pattern of detachment and disappointment and just feeling like you can't get out of it, you can't go on, it's holding you. It's got you stuck. Just let the body move. Don't control it. Don't worry about what you look like. Just feel and let this energy show you something. Can you still hear the music? Listening to that victim energy, listening to the grief or the rage, the frustration, the hopelessness, the defeat. Why? Why? The victim asks, why? Why does this happen to me? Why can't I? Why is it never for me? Why is nobody looking at me? Why is nobody taking care of me? Why can't I get what I need? Why don't I get a turn? You feel like yelling, let it out. Begin to brush off your body. Not brushing off that victim, just releasing that energy that we hold on to that keeps us thinking this is who we are. I am not the stuckness. Say it. I am not the stuckness. I get a turn. I can take up space. I am here. I am here. I can take up space. I can speak. My voice matters. I can speak. What does your victim need to say right now? What do you need to hear? I get to try. I can begin. I am not that past event. I am not the victim here. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, begin to move a little deeper into moving that energy now you've met it. Swirl it, swish it, fling it, scatter it, let it go. You don't need that heaviness anymore. You don't need it. You've met it. You've seen it. Yeah, it's not you. What don't you need? Let it go. Let it go. Let your head go. Let your hips go. Good. Begin to bring that dance down. Bring it down so that you just begin to find it really small, close to the body. Releasing. Releasing. Letting it go. Then bring it even smaller so that it's just happening in the body. You're feeling the dance inside you. Finding that small dance in the body. And just notice yourself in this place. I want you to acknowledge whatever you've met of that victim pattern, the energy you've been holding in your body that's keeping that rooted as your identity. Any of the story, just say thank you. Thank you to yourself. Thank you. Even if you saw one drop, that's brilliant. Just receive that. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. The victim archetype is also in her light form, the guardian of self-esteem. And I don't mean self-esteem as we throw it around in the self-help world and mainstream media. I mean self-esteem as in you esteem yourself. You honor every bit of you. Every bit. The bits that have accelerated into mastery and are doing their thing, and the bits that are maybe needing some support. You honor and esteem. So as we come into the light form of the victim, right? Now, we don't do love and light bullshit here in the Institute, right? We do the truth of light, which means you are ignited from this unity with yourself, knowing the fullness of who you are, knowing yourself. You are not a drop of the ocean. You are the entire ocean in the drop. I esteem myself. I esteem myself enough to support and scaffold and bolster this part of me that needs to be lifted. I esteem myself enough to receive support. I esteem myself enough to take that next step, to speak my truth, to disrupt the dysfunction in my family. I esteem myself enough to be a disruptor of trauma and dysfunction, right? What is your light statement right now? What is your guardian of self-esteem statement? And I want you to find your feet or wiggle in that seat and really root those sit bones down. I want you to feel the ground underneath you. And I want you to receive this statement, right? I esteem myself enough, and then fill it in. What is it for you? What have you met that you're ready to bring the light to bring the igniting of energy that lifts you up and supports you, that illuminates your path and invites you into an elevated state of consciousness as the way you live? What are you ready for? Kia's going to take us into our light dance.
Just concentrating on your breath, just for a moment, as you integrate with your statement. I esteem myself enough. Allow it to course through you. Feel it. In just a moment, you are going to be given the opportunity to express just that through your body. The interface between what lies within and what is seen on the outside. Breathing deeply. Breathe in that statement. Let it percolate within you. Bring it live, connect. Feeling it moving down from the crown of your head, all the way down, center of your body. I want you to breath using your head to guide this energy, black or up, down, in, out, around. Your self-esteem statement radiating from your whole being. Play with your body, softly but powerfully. You feel, just know that this statement is ripping out. For the next breath, allow this statement to express itself in whatever way is right. Feel it and breathe. Use your body. Guidance. Speak. Find tongue of your self-esteem. The language you do not need to know, meaning our divinity does not speak in our native tongue. The allow sounds to vibrate out and out of the mouth. Higher, higher, embody the truth of who you are. Breathing it coming back to the center. And on your heart, feel go within your heart. Wow. Thank them providing your heart to the school. Thank you. Thank you.
So good. All right, we're going to take this light that you've stepped into, this statement that you've cultivated, we're going to anchor a little bit deeper. So firstly, I want you just to go back, if you can remember. If not, just let yourself take a constricted, tense, heavy shape in your body, something that reminds you of that shadow. And then coming into the expression of that mantra, that statement, that now this new root that you're stepping into, being expressed in your body. Your guardian of esteem. You just became your own freaking guardian angel, right? Oh my gosh, feel that. You just became your own guardian angel. All right, let's root it in. So we're gonna come scooping one arm up, bringing it down the center plane of the body. Scooping the other arm up, bring it down the center plane of the body. Again, just bringing the energy from the field that you created as this guardian of self-esteem into your center line. Rooting it in. A few more scoops. You can play with the timing. Scooping it in. Good. Now bringing both hands, fingertips into the center of your heart. Pick your shoulders up, roll them open, lift your heart. Imagine that you're beaming sun or starlight, moonlight right onto your chest. Now, dragging your fingers across your chest, open that chest even more. Reach those arms out to the side. Opening the front of the heart. Good, now flip those fingertips over, drop your head forward, open the back of the heart, open up your wings. Bending your knees. And then from the bottom, rise up, fly. Open that heart. Flying on the wings of your heart. Feel the expansion. Holding that in your body, holding that around the body. Bring your hands back to your heart. Light figure eights with the hips, weaving this through your whole system. One more time, opening up the heart space in the front. Flip it over, open up the back. Bend your knees down. From the bottom, stretching, growing, rising, flying, floating, all the way up. Good. Now find your guardian angel, your guardian of self-esteem pose, or if you'd like to make it into a small gesture that you can do daily, your own little mudra, allow yourself to do that now, right? So something, could be something you know, such as hands to the heart or the lotus mudra. It could be something else where you feel it in a certain part of your body that you want to remember this expansion that you've opened into, right? But find one more time your posture, your mudra, your stance for this guardian. And then receiving into your system even more gratitude, the frequency of gratitude. Not gratitude for a thing, gratitude for who you are. Who you are. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, hold at the top. Charge up, charge up, charge up, charge up. Exhale, surrender, let it settle, deep roots. One more time, inhale, bring it in, hold and charge, hold and charge, hold and charge, hold and charge. Bring more light, more light, more light, more light, more light, more light. Exhale, surrender, let that light spread through your whole system. You flip and rock. Yes. Thank you so much for dancing with your victim tonight and igniting the guardian self-esteem. If you're willing to take this practice for the next, I don't know, 7, 21, 40, whatever you want to do, Dave, make your own playlist, dance with the shadow every day, ignite your guardian of self-esteem, and watch your life change by your willingness to easily, gracefully, openly meet your fear, meet your shadow. There is nothing abnormal about fear, and there is everything amazing about being willing to every day come to your mat, come to your little corner in your room, whatever it is, and say, hey, what do I need to see? Show me my path to expansion and integration. Show me the higher consciousness available. Thank you, thank you. We will be back with our next victim, no, our next shadow archetype, which is not the victim, in a few weeks. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for being here or watching this replay. We will come back and watch all of the comments and respond. Any questions are welcome. We love you. We're so grateful for being here with you. Have a great day or night. Bye. Let's see. Now if I can figure out which button gets us out of here.
Reverse hurdles.
Right? Reverse hurdles. Okay. Yep. There we go.